This is DREWSCAPE, and today I'm just going to do a random drawing this morning. Well, actually, I am doing a voiceover of a video that I did just now, so I'm just going to talk while the video plays. Okay. So this is a homemade fountain pen, and I really made it at home with a lathe, and it has a G-nib, a zebra G-nib installed in it, and yeah, it's made from scratch with the feed and everything. Okay, so this is how it performs. It has a bit of flex, and yeah, so when I was drawing this, I didn't really know what I was drawing, so yeah, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I was just trying to figure it out as I go along. You can see my pen thinking as it goes. It's just trying to feel it. Okay, maybe I just put a creature there. Yeah, the main character is I don't know, Dimension Traveler person that I created when I was working in advertising many years ago. I still don't know what he does. Sometimes he changes shape. Sometimes he's taller. Sometimes he's shorter. In this version, I made him wear a shirt just to mix things up. And yeah, so okay, I'll just try to keep talking, and yeah, let's just see whether I can keep talking throughout the whole video. So I've speeded the video. This is not how I draw. So this I'm drawing a bit faster in this video right now. Yeah, the ink that I have in the pen is platinum carbon black, which is a fountain pen ink, and it's permanent. Okay, so this picture seems to be like maybe a kind of a fantasy picture. Though I don't really read much fantasy stories, so it could be a science fiction fantasy thing. Okay, I'm drawing the trees behind, almost like an urban sketching kind of style because I do urban sketching on the side. So there's a giant behind there, with him a striped shirt. Seldom see giants with striped shirts, so I thought that could be nice. Textures, patterns. So right now I've done all the lines, so now I'm just adding the midtones and darks wherever I can, just to bring out the shapes of bring out the different characters. And, yeah, so I didn't really think of what I was gonna do beforehand. So right now I'm just gonna define the characters more with the tones, and yeah, so it's just problem solving as I go along. The light's coming from the top left, and so the shadows would be on the bottom right of the characters. Yeah, so just putting some darker tones around the characters and within the characters, and trying to just make sure they don't get lost, and yet they're popping out somehow. So for that cat character, I don't know if it's a cat, but kind of like a cat character, he's kind of sitting down. Actually, I'm not sure if he's sitting down or he's just crouching. So I gave him a tail behind, so there's sort of a tail to balance him somehow, but you can't really see the tail after I add all the shadows. So I'm putting making the shadow dark behind the main character, so his head pops out since his head is white. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to color the belly. So I'm going back with the fountain pen. So the thing about this homemade fountain pen is that I made the feet as well, and most of the time the problem with putting a G-nib into a existing fountain pen is that the ink doesn't flow very consistently because the feet just can't take the ink flow. So this time I actually designed the feet to model a vintage fountain pen feet, so the ink flows well quite consistently, doesn't skip. Using whiteout, yeah, because I drew this. Yeah, I drew that lizard character over some lines. So now just try not to be afraid of mistakes. So when you know you can white out things, you're not so afraid of getting it right the first time. Okay. Oh yeah, the sumi brush I was using just now is the Kaimei sumi brush. It's a very giant, very long, big sumi brush that has ink stored inside. It's almost like a water brush with sumi ink inside. It's pretty nice to use because you can do really small areas as well as big areas. Okay, so now I'm trying to do the traditional way of adding dots to a picture. This is some manga screen tones that I got from either Japan or Kinokuniya, Singapore, a long time ago. Whenever I use it, I always feel like they're a bit too precious to use. So usually when I add the tone, these dot tones in my drawings, I use the ones that I actually scan these stickers into my computer. So I actually apply it using Photoshop. But today I just decided, since they're being stored up in my cabinet at home for the longest time, I should just use them. I actually have a whole stack of unused sticker tones, and yeah, if I use them, then I can buy more. Okay, now I just figure out if the light is coming from the top left, then most of the highlights is going to be on the top left, and the shadows and the midtones. These dots will be the midtones, so I'm going to add the midtones where it's not going to be bright. So everything on the right side is going to be mid-tone. Yeah, it's shading the girl and the trees behind. Using an X-Acto knife to just cut it gently, not too hard, just very gently, and it cuts through this sticker tone. If you've never used it, it's actually quite nice to use. It's not too sticky when you stick it, so if you stick it wrongly, you can always peel it off and re-stick it. And I'm not trying to get it perfectly stuck on it. I just want a mid-tone to be kind of loose. I guess my drawing style is not, I'm not trying to be super neat. So yeah. So right now I'm just going to add some mid-tone around the tree stump, and just to define the tree stump a bit more. Just differentiate it from the giant. This is the final, and as you can see, I added some whiteouts to add highlight over the dots. And then I used my camera, shot it, and increased the contrast. Okay, thanks for watching.